What happened to George Bush's stimulus package of nearly $800 billion? You don't even know where that went. Nobody saying nothing. Nobody asking. But all of a sudden, our brother is the guilty party for putting America in debt. See, if you don't study, you cannot defend him. If you don't study, you can't help him. America went into debt starting in 1913. She was only $1 billion in debt in 1913, and in less than 100 years, she's $56 trillion in debt. How did that happen? Did Brother Barack do that? In 1913, some bankers, Jewish and Gentile, met on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia, and they developed what would later become the Federal Reserve Act, which was passed in Congress December the 26th, 1913. And after that, a group of bankers began to control the monetary service of this nation. Oh, they're right around the corner, and where they print the money, and right next door is the Holocaust Museum. Some of you silly ones wonder why. You say, Farrakhan, why are you doing this? You're making it hard for all of us. No. If you don't know Satan, you can't get free from him. Did I say something? See, the book of Thessalonians puts it nice. That day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. Not the spirit of sin. The man of sin. Sin is transgression of the law. And these, they're not really Jews. No. They've hijacked Judaism. Those that I'm talking about. This is the synagogue of Satan that you will read about in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Go ahead and study. They print your money. Used to be a time when we could go to the bank and pull out a $50 bill. I happen to have one. Mr. Grant's face is on it. But it says Federal Reserve Note. But when I was a young boy, it used to be called a silver certificate. That you could take it to the bank, this is paper, and get in return real money. Silver. Take it to the bank now. See, that you're being tricked every day. Bring your dollars or your old gold, and we will give you paper. Soon you'll be wiping your backside with paper because real money don't exist. America is broke. She's broke.
What's going on, family? Supreme X here, Farmer Network, right? Yeah, so we right back with another stream. So listen, this is episode 6 of how to become a new Millennium banker, right? Episode 6. And before we get deep off into it, right, I just want to go over some things that will have us to understand what this terminology and what this really means. So we have heard the word become your own bank, but we really haven't seen nothing clear cut that really gives us the method, really the system that really will allow someone to be their own bank, right? But now we do have that system, right? And that's what we're bringing you, the Forward Money Network, right? And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so, Forward Money Family. Also follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, Forward Money Network Family. Now, the minister made that lecture there in 2011 at Howard University, Washington, D.C., right by in the same city where the Federal Reserve Bank, the main branch, is at, right? So the significance of it is because, you know, since 1913, America has been on a debt-based system. So what we go to work for, what we sell products for, what we are entrepreneurs for, what we do is to generate dollars. Whatever we do, whether we sell products, whether we go to a job, we do this to receive dollars because the dollar is the #1 medium of exchange on the planet. But that's just what it is. It's just a medium of exchange. It's not real money. You can buy stuff with it, but money has to have a store of value. The dollar doesn't store its value. What do you mean? If you had $100,000 today in cash and you hold that $100,000 to next year, what you can buy with it right now, you will not be able to get the same things at the same quantity amount 12 months from now. And that's just that's just 12 months. So what if you hold $100,000 in cash 10 years from now? Now they are printing money every day. So the purchasing power that we go to work for, that we sell products for, is going down. It's not going up. So you see prices in the store going up, and they say that's inflation. But they try to say that it ain't inflation because we haven't seen hyperinflation. But the true definition of inflation meaning an expansion to the currency supply. So this is what we have. So when he made that lecture, America wasn't in the debt that they're in now. So literally 10 years later, look at the debt of America steadily climbing. Now this is a national debt. Now this is on the website. It's right here in our face for us to go and study this stuff. Just how many of us take the time out to study it? So now the national debt in America has now reached $28 trillion. And they about to pass a bill, a stimulus check that has already been passed. They just got to work out the kinks to get the checks out, right? 1.9 trillion. That's almost 2 trillion. So you go ahead and add that into this debt right here. So we're talking about a $30 trillion debt, national debt. Now the national debt works different from the total debt. The national debt is what us, the citizens and the taxpayers, have to pay, not the government. A portion of even the children being born with that Social Security number, they are already born into the debt, on the debt. See, this is a big scam. It's a big pyramid scheme. But nobody really wants to talk about it. But it's one thing to know about it, but how can people not only get out of it, but thrive? That's a question that we have to ask. So we look at the total debt. The national debt is at $28 trillion and $12 million. Now this is going to go up some millions while we're sitting here, right? Then we look at the the United States federal budget is almost 6.7 trillion, but their budget deficit is only 3.2 trillion. So they're spending more. They're spending almost 4 trillion over the budget, right? Then they got the actual budget. The actual spending budget, which is already 8 trillion, and they say the actual budget deficit is 4.5 trillion. Then you got the Federal Reserve, the United States federal debt to GDP. GDP is gross domestic product ratio. Now is 129.73%. So that meaning the debt is 129.73% more than what the GDP or what America is producing. Because you see the national debt is almost the national debt is almost $7 trillion over the gross domestic product, the GDP. This is shambles. This is a scandal. This is terrible, right? This is not good. Then you got the total debt. This is what they owe to Russia, China, all the people that's in the world that own some of the United States bonds, right? It's over 82 trillion. This is the total debt. Then you got credit card debt, student loan debt is almost 1.8 trillion, right? This is a crisis, but nobody's really talking about it because nobody really has a solution. So you got people talking about it, but nobody really has a solution. Then we got a ratio to dollar to oil ratio. What does that mean? We got a dollar to silver ratio, dollar to gold ratio, even a dollar to crypto ratio. What does that mean? We even got a paper to silver ratio, a paper to gold ratio. What does that mean? So let's just go over some of this. Let's go to gold. What does the dollar to gold ratio mean? This means, now they saying that the dollar to gold ratio for the dollars that is in circulation to match an ounce of gold that is in circulation, an ounce of gold would be $35,171 per ounce. And you can go get an ounce of gold right now for less than $1,900. Then you got a dollar to gold ratio 1913, the same year that they created the Federal Reserve, right? They said the dollar to gold ratio in 1913, it was $28.81 per ounce. So it took $28.81 in 1913 to match an ounce of gold. Now it is $35,000 to match an ounce of gold. So then you got the dollar, then you got the paper to gold ratio. What does that mean? So you got different forms of gold. The dollar to gold ratio, that's the physical gold. The paper to gold ratio, that's the actual ETFs, derivatives to the physical gold, right? So literally right now, you got 87.80 gold certificates to match 1 ounce. Ooh, man, it's a scandal. This is a real life scandal, family. Now, what we have in Far Money, what we're bringing to you is a way out of this debt. See, we're not just highlighting the problem, but we have a way for you to thrive in it. The question is, do you want to? Do you want to tap into a system that gets you outside of this? Why? Because we are paid in assets. I'm just showing you how to become a new Millennium banker. See, also being a new Millennium banker, meaning that you understand the debt, you understand what money is, you understand banking, you understand all of this stuff. That's one of the meanings to new Millennium banker. You're not just a person that don't understand it, you understand it. So you can share with others, right? But you make sure that you in control of your own income, and we not relying on the stimulus check. We're not relying, and we're not just doing anything for dollars. We passed that. Why? Because the dollar ain't worth nothing anyway. So why would I sell a product for dollars? I mean, if I could, but a lot of us don't understand how to. If I can get paid in an asset that's not the dollar, why not? If I can get paid in gold, I would rather get paid in gold. It's more valuable. It is appreciating versus getting paid or selling a product for $1 that is depreciating, right? So family, if you want to get outside of this and learn more about this, you can text NMB to the number that's running at the bottom of the screen, and we're going to send you the link to our next Get Paid Instantly in Bitcoin, the hottest asset on the market right now. The hottest asset on the planet right now is Bitcoin. Nothing has outperformed Bitcoin in the last 10 years. Not the stock market, not even gold, not even silver. Now, just want to get you to understand this. In Forward Money Network, we understand gold is money. But this new technology that they got is hot. So we're going to show you how to get paid in something that's hot. And then you can go and acquire gold somewhere else or something, right? So this is the opportunity that we have. This is what we present to you. So text NMB to the number running below, and then you're going to get a link for our next event, which is at 7:30. So you literally got 27 minutes, and you can also invite your family and friends so we can help you jumpstart your earnings, where you can now step outside of the dollar debt system and benefit in this crisis, because this is a crisis. With that being said, family, we will see you on the event. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Forward Money. We out.